Hello everyone, Marco Severino here, Flow Design Architects. Today we're going to discuss another topic as a generic umbrella, something that people ask us every day. And this video we're going to call it investment tips, just major things that you need to kind of pay attention to when you're trying to invest in a property. If you haven't looked at our prior videos, we discussed topics as setbacks, zoning requirements, district. All those videos will be able to help you kind of get familiar with major topics. But in this case, we're trying to kind of give all the knowledge that we can to our clients, and because we're just trying to give the information that we face every day in order to get our people in the community kind of like aware of the situations and things that they need to address depending on the situation that they are facing. But in this particular video, we're going to discuss what are some elements that you need to consider while you're trying to invest either in an existing home or you're trying to invest on a commercial property. So the way that I subdivided these tips, very simple, residential and commercial. Now, some of these topics gonna relate to each other in each of the categories, but we're gonna go into very briefly some of these tips. So number one, if you're trying to renovate a residential property, try to understand the market. Try to understand what are the needs for this property in your neighborhood. So for example, if you are in a neighborhood that is a single family neighborhood, but you realize that the city is actually in need of units, but you are located in let's say a multifamily district, try to understand what are those market conditions that that will actually influence certain decisions that you can make to try to invest in this property. So if you are like, let's say in a multifamily district and you only have a single family, and you can see the need for more dwelling units, so that tells you, that should bring to your attention that you should invest in this property and convert it into a multifamily. So very important that you understand the market and what is needed in each of these districts. Number two, get familiar with the districts. This one and this one actually go together because if you understand the market and you understand where you are located within that district, then you can make some decisions that actually are smart decisions in terms of investments. So we are trying to do these videos just so we can kind of get that information out there for everyone that is trying to invest in properties from the designer point of view. So very important that you kind of pay attention to these items. So get familiar with the district, and we have videos in our YouTube channel that discuss what the concept of district and zoning requirements are. So feel free to go there and get familiar with these topics. That way you are more aware of what I'm referring to. Number three, pay attention of the existing property. This one is a major one. So things that you want to pay attention when you do your initial overview of the project of the property. Take a look at the roof, take a look at your structural members, take a look at your mechanical systems, make sure that outlets work, get familiar with, where this property is located, the exterior appeal of the property, because this will determine if you will invest, a lot more versus just doing some cosmetic renovations of the property, and then you can make a lot more money in return for your investment. So that one is a major topic to kind of focus on when you're trying to develop or you're trying to invest on a residential property. Very important. We will discuss in future videos items that kind of help you pay attention to this. And I believe in developing existing conditions video on our YouTube channel, you can go back to it and get more exposed to more information. Number 4, hire a professional. That I always tell people, it's important for you to hire someone that knows the different situations and how certain things that you are trying to do reflect and can affect other items, in terms of, like, if you are trying to change it from a 1 family to a 3 family, now you need to sprinkle the building. And this kind of information, if you don't hire a professional, you wouldn't be able to be knowledgeable of what are certain things that you need to pay attention to. So very important. Number 4, hire a professional. And then number 5, just to end with this category with a high note, just envision the future. So envision the future. One of the reasons why I study architecture was because I always wanted to see the future, see what is ahead of me, not just what is in front of me. So when you are trying to invest on this property, no just look at the property as what is now. Think about it as what it can become. So it's very important that you kind of get that futuristic mentality in your brain and kind of block the negativity of some of these things that people say here and there. Oh no, don't get into this property. Oh, why are you doing that investment? Try to think about the future. Of course, do your research, which go back to topic 1, understand the market and do your research, not just jump, off the bridge, just trying to do an investment that doesn't make sense. Always try to kind of get your information and then do the investment. In terms of commercial properties, very similar. So understand the market, it kind of repeats to that category. But I actually put in here research, business, and competition. This one, as a number 1 in terms of the commercial, understand what are your competition. What is your competition around your property? If you're trying to do a salon, try to understand what are the salons, if there are any salons around your property. Is there a need for a salon around your neighborhood? So try to understand, kind of get familiar to understand the market, and then research the business and competition, people that are around you that have the same business type. Number 2, in the commercial topic, understand basic code requirements. This one, if you go back to our videos where I discuss, major, bigger items in terms of a change of use. So if you don't know the topic change of use, go back to our YouTube channel and get familiar with that. But you need to understand basic code requirements. What are certain things that you must comply if you are trying to renovate an existing property and you are trying to invest in this commercial space? So very important that you get familiar with understanding some basic code requirements. Pay attention to the property repeats, same items that we discussed in the residential. Pay attention to, in commercial spaces, of course, the structure members, pay attention if there is any deflection on the floor. Pay attention, where the meters are. Sometimes we have clients that are like, I'm trying to put a bathroom here, but then to add another bathroom somewhere else, you need to understand, where your plumbing access are, and that kind of information in order to make decisions that are financially smart. You know what I mean? So very important that you pay attention to the property when you're trying to invest on a commercial space. Also hire a professional, which it's basically hand in hand with the residential. Just hire a professional, do an initial consultation, and then talk to this professional about what are certain options that you could do in order to invest on this commercial space. And lastly, number 5, in terms of the commercial, learn and repeat. Typically, or clients, people that own commercial spaces, they own several commercial spaces and several businesses. So I wanted it to end the commercial, tips. Learn and repeat. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from certain situations that you go through when you're trying to invest on a property. And then if that works, repeat it. If that doesn't work, then go back to it, learn, and reapply, to it. So very important. So thank you so much for listening. Once again, Marcos from Flow Design Architects. We're just trying to pass information out there for our community. So feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and until the next one. Thank you.